you to get a red one.
Well, I am, but it's not going to show up.
Why not?
Because it's dark.
Well, then why are you taking it?
Tell you what.
You know, Dad,
Because I said so.
that's a good question.
Well, but it should show up.
Why don't you tell me why it should show up?
David, it should show up because that is light. And if you put a camera on light, it'll pick it up and it'll project into the camera. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I understand the theory.
Okay, well, the theory should work if you turn the sucker around and put
I did it already.
You put it and it didn't work?
Well, I don't know. I can't play it back.
Why not?
I'm not in the house.
David, can it be done?
Oh, 11 o'clock.
Can
The
they
most
really
beautiful
take movies
picture in the
the dark
world to
days?
me would be that moon.
Well,
coming over
Judy,
my-
I really don't think
I
so.
really would like to know this.
Well, I would too.
Judy'd like to know it, and I would too.
Would
You
you,
paid
interview the rest of them to
$8,000.
find out if you can take movies in the dark?
David, you
Does anyone
paid
have
$8,000 for that camera, and it won't take a picture of a moon coming up? Huh? Get on that camera, will you?
Dad, why don't you
Dad,
give me a
you're
moon
lucky.
coming up here? Oh,
Well, show dogs in the movies.
Show the dog then.
well, gotta back
Put the
up.
dog in front of the moon. If it'll take the dog, it'll take the moon.
David, get out here.
I'm taking it right now. I'm shooting it.
David, I'm disappointed in your
Place
camera.
to see what
me
a hot
too.
dog looks like.
You got the audio on that thing?
Uh-huh.
I thought we did that in the microwave.
Oh, we did.
Oh,
We got nuked. Put it up there from the airplane.
That dog did not get nuked, and I deny doing it.
Is your camera operated in theory? Is it a theoretical camera?
Well, it also works in fact.
Did you say fairy or very?
A theory.
Bang!
Theoretically,
We said a fag camera.
you don't have a night camera?
Do you?
Wait, no, I didn't buy the camera. You bought the camera.
Why are you sticking your finger in your eye?
Would
'Cause
you
I
get
had
out of
to
the
itch
way
it.
of the moon?
I'm not the moon.
He's in the way of the moon. Okay, now if that is not a pretty picture over mine,
You just want the picture of the airplane.
I
You
would
know what, Dallas?
look at this. Come
I
here,
mean, there's
Judy.
other things in this life besides the moon, Dallas.
Excuse me, bullshit. Come here, come here, Judy.
Are you gonna work
I'm
her
show you-
over?
I'm gonna
I've
I'm
seen
gonna
the
build
moon.
it. I want you
I
to
see
see
it
how
about
this
every
is rising
month.
over.
I see the full moon every month, Dallas.
Do you really?
Yep.
Judy,
Full moon about
tell us
every
about the
month.
full moon, Judy.
Now, this may be the first time you've ever seen it, Dallas, but I have seen that
But
moon
it's coming
about
up
every
over
month.
my airplane. If my son don't get this on his $1,800 camera, he and I
Price
tomorrow
goes up.
What about
are
8,000?
going to have a serious talk. Get it? You gonna get it or
I
not?
just did.
Well, I thought you told me you could.
Well, that's about all I can do is point it in that direction. If it picks up, it picks up, and if it
That's-
not, then you're disappointed.
David, that's all I can ask.
That's right.
What do you think?
Mike,
You think you're getting behind the fireplace? is
No,
what
I don't think it's going to illuminate the moon very much.
tell me, David,
Don't-
have you asked Vi about this situation yet?
Vi, what do you think?
Forget it. I love the moon and the
But you don't want to
airplane.
be seen.
And your photography is something else.
Yeah. Yeah. Want to be
I understood that
Cameraman,
perfectly.
Mr. Cameraman, you
Yes,
have
sir.
to understand certain things about certain people.
Well, why don't you fill me in?
Well, I'm going to try if you shut up.
No.
Okay, I'm shutting up.
Full moons means full, whatever those things are. Those big round things up in the sky.
That's what it is.
It's a light globe.
Well,
Yeah,
once a month they come out and they're at their fullest.
What about now?
Well, right
It's
now
at its fullest.
it's getting at its fullest, but it's up there. It'll be really at its fullest. But
So
you know
nail
what?
it down.
You know what
Dave.
happens?
Is there something you
What
guys
happened?
know about
Pe-
full moon that
People
we don't?
over
Yeah, there's
people over 40
werewolves
get
and
horny
all
that
kinds of
time.
things. If you wanna
Is
try
there
it.
something that
Well, what
takes
about people
place
under
at a
40?
full moon?
People under 40 are horny all the time.
Okay, so you guys just have once a month and that's it, huh?
Vampires come out.
Well,
Except I'm not over 40,
Are they
so I wouldn't
trying to
know.
tell
Oh,
us
okay.
something about once a month?
I
Oh,
don't,
that's normal.
David,
what'd you say, Judy?
Are they trying to tell us something about once a month?
Nothing you guys probably don't already know.
would you like to tell us something
You know
about
what,
once a
Gary?
month?
You're awfully dirty.
What do you mean dirty?
Well, you're the one that suggested it.
Do you have a full moon once a month?
Now listen, Dallas, that's being rhetorical.
David, that's only true in
Dallas,
Arizona.
that's being rather
You want to
Oh, was that right?
Yeah, in
rhetorical.
Oregon,
You should ask yourself
in Oregon
that
we have a
question.
full moon every night.
Come here.
I think you
Yeah,
should
yeah.
ask
Whoop.
yourself that
I'm good.
question.
I don't know how I'm going to fly this plane about. Come here.
I don't know if you're gonna wake up.
David.
Excuse
I
me.
don't know anything
Judy
about
wants
once
to
a month, Dallas. I
Judy,
really
you
don't.
gonna show us the full moon?
What about the full
Okay.
moon,
Are
you
Dave?
Show us what you do.
I mean, David.
Are you gonna show us the full moon, Judy?
You're taller than I am.
Right there.
The outside. The stars,
Okay,
where they're at. You can
Judy?
Big, Big Dipper.
there's something that you want to tell. Hey, are you going to get on that camera? What are you going to do about that?
I'm figuring
You know,
something
I like
out.
to
Just
look
hold
at the
on.
skies and up in the stars and try to figure out what's this intermission. Well,
I
yeah,
guess it's
well,
intermission.
what-
Still in the house.
The red light's
Whatever it
going,
is.
David. You're running tape. Anyway,
Well, I
my
know
friend Judy here would like
No,
to
no,
tell
no.
you.
Stand over there, cause it's dark in your face. I want
What's the red light mean on when you got the red light on? What does that mean?
It means that you're supposed to stand over there.
Okay.
Do what the director says.
Oh my gosh,
friend
it's on.
Judy, and I'm gonna get my.
Your friend?
My friend.
Is Judy your good buddy?
Yeah, she's my good buddy. She's gonna tell you about this 1 month,
Here.
one time a month thing.
Oh, but I wasn't. No, my question to you, Dallas, is what do you know about one time a month when the moon is full? That is my question to you.
Oh, dang good question,
That
I
is
think.
a dang good question.
I think it deserves an answer.
Is that thing going right there?
Oh yeah, for the record.
Well, I know one thing.
Well, I know it, but
That moon right there comes up at least one time a month. I don't know whether it correlates or.
yeah, I cannot see you. I need the light of the fire in your face.
Okay, the light of the fire is
Of course, man.
there.
He's
I
not
don't
a very good actor, David.
Judy, come here. Come here.
I don't think he's acting,
No,
Judy.
all these years,
You know, David, I really think you're right. This guy's not acting.
But I'm burning up, is what I am doing. This fire is going to burn torch my
Well,
shorts, and you're going
I'm
to be.
telling you, Dean, Dallas, that let me tell you,
Tell me.
perhaps you should take your coat off.
So what are you trying to say, Judy?
You know, I do
It's
have a heavy
a full
coat on.
moon.
I never thought
That's
about
what
that
I'm trying to
before.
tell you. It's a full moon.
But look at that sucker. It's
As a
funny.
guest commentator, I
Ah!
What was the question?
Oh, you gonna make a suggestion?
No, no, I'm not gonna make suggestions. She is. She's gonna say.
Hey.
She's gonna make a blue blue.
Camera's on you.
She's gonna
And
make a
besides
blue
that,
blue.
our tape went off.
Go ahead and blue blue.
Anyway, the moon's coming up, and I know that happens once a month, and she's got something else she'd like to tell you about that happens once a month. But in
Well,
the
what happens
meantime-
once a
No,
month, Judy?
honest to God, Dallas, I can't tell you that it's something that happens once a month because there's nothing that happened once a
Wait-
month.
wait a minute. Not
If you know what I mean.
Well,
Shit, get me off this. I ain't gonna tell
Not
no
anymore.
more.
Not
No.
anymore.
you ain't said nothing yet.
But
Well,
it-
he's
but it-
laid implications.
He used to, didn't it?
He's
Dallas.
nasty.
What?
Well, he got nasty. All of a sudden, he got nasty.
Well, I've
Guy.
already told the TV cameraman what now.
Well,
Just see.
Why did you
Turn that
put me
thing
out
off.
here? You know, I don't understand.
Well, you have such a lovely,
You're right,
uncontrollable laugh.
Well, even Gary left.
Well, I can't see your face, Dad, because you're in the light.
David, don't put it on me, but I want you to get that moon coming over my
I
airplane.
did about 10
If
times.
I can do that, I'm gonna get that picture painted. And Judy, she's embarrassed, and yeah, that's normal. But can you get the picture over
And you
my?
started it all, Dallas.
I just did.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
got
Do you
it.
think you got it?
Uh-huh, yep.
I want to see that sucker. Judy, you're a sweetheart, but you don't. What?
You still have that thing on, David?
No, it's not on.
No. Then what do you got the red light on for?
Hold it, hold it.
Just
Cut
mean-
the music now. We got coyotes.
Well, there they are.
Love it.
Hey, Dad, that's really neat. Coyotes. Imagine that, in the
one
forest.
coyote.
Coyotes.
That's
Wow.
one coyote
did
yelling
Daryl
for
go?
its mate.
He's in making my tape.
We need to get this.
That's a coyote?
Imagine
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Coyotes in the forest. I'll be
It's a
dang.
coyote.
Here, coyote.
Never heard him before?
No, they yell for their
all the
mate.
time.
Hey, fortunately, you can't see anything in the dark.
Well, I know it. It's too bad, but I can hear.
Be quiet.
Dallas
Be
is
quiet.
going to make
Wait a
him,
minute, be
he's
quiet,
going to answer
Judy.
him. Dallas is going to answer
Hush your
him.
mouth.
Judy.
Smell that steak.
Here, coyote.
Who did that?
Your mother.
Mom?
Forget it. She
No.
screwed it all up.
Jeez, Mom.
Here, puppy, puppy, puppy.
Sound like
This
Tiny,
Tiny wants me.
right?
Come on.
You're supposed to be doing the moon.
I did the moon. It's kind
Also-
of boring now.
Oh,
That's a great shot.
if the
Okay,
moon comes up, the
moon.
rest of us will.
That is a great shot.
Well, I think that's already been done.
You're not supposed to understand that.
David, you have no artist imaginary.
Well, where do you see Judy on the video? You'll take that
I
back.
don't give a shit about her sitting in a chair doing nothing.
Well,
Doing
I
what?
could be doing something.
Old rocking
Uh-oh.
chair's got me.
What do you want to do, Jude?
Well, I did. Now listen, Dallas, you're asking leading questions.
Old rocking chair's got me, Judy. Old rocking chair's got me.
Hey, if I pass out from drinking too much and fall in the fire, will somebody rescue
What time
Yes.
is it?
No, I
Oh, it'll just keep us from having to put a log on it.
This is really
That's
pretty.
true.
I tell you, I really.
Smell-
Next full moon, with a little more of a wax job.
What? A wax job's gonna help him out the next moment? You got some wax?
Is it time for a wax job?
I can't believe it.
Hey, now you really,
I can't believe
really
it.
gone
He
too
doesn't even
far.
wax his airplane.
You're talking about.
Oh,
Everybody
waxing,
waxes
One-
their
waxing the
airplane.
airplane?
Everybody waxes
She
their
was me.
airplane.
I thought you were
You
talking
want me
about a
to
wax
it
job.
tonight?
You know,
Well, I'm
you know, she obviously doesn't know
evidently
what
the
wax
shine's not exactly
Oh, probably she
See those
does.
coyotes out there?
Yeah. What better shot can you get?
Yeah,
than have
okay,
the moon
yeah.
over the nose of
There's the
my
moon over
airplane?
the airplane. There it is. Great.
Oh,
Got
I
it
can
again.
think about 752, but
Well, what are
752
they?
what?
Name one.
MB.
Much better.
Name
MD.
one. Just name
The
one.
moon-
What's MD?
Name
MB.
one.
Mad dog.
Well, what's MB?
Well, the moon coming
Much
up
better,
over MB
Dallas.
is much better than the
well,
airplane.
what is that?
She's
Her?
MB.
Marilyn,
You
what?
You don't like her better than your airplane?
What's the B stand for?
Better.
Better.
Oh, I don't know.
Let me tell you, that is a
This
bunch
all
of
day.
crock if I've ever heard it. Are you getting me on camera?
No, no. I got the moon
I-
over
Your
here.
Eyes are bloodshot now.
Well, we're gonna.
You can see that in the dark, right?
More than another day. What's another day?
All right, Dallas.
What?
Given the choice of the moon and your airplane, or the moon and MB, which would you take?
Gary. She's gotta be a fool to have you at
I'm sorry, Marilyn.
Modeling.
You're going to Oregon.
I don't think that was good.
Yeah.
You're going to Oregon with me. He doesn't.
Somehow that's not a fair
He
question.
prefers his airplane. Okay.
But he doesn't usually vocalize it.
That was a good question, though. I've been wondering that myself. Uh-oh. Ah! Ah! Okay. Who's that? Boy, you guys are gonna want to watch this tomorrow.
Marilyn, you're a sweetheart, but
Yeah, too bad it's not showing
But you
up.
don't compare with my airplane.
Compare?
Complete.
You don't compare?
On the airplane?
not on this one.
Mom just called everybody
You want
assholes.
me to put your name
Mom
on
just
the
called
cover?
everybody assholes.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Mayor.
She's done it before.
And
Mayor.
whatever your name is. Marilyn, how come your name is not in the airplane?
What do you mean in the airplane?
You don't want all the...
On the airplane registration.
Well, Dad's
Title.
not.
Actually, what I wanted to... How come her name is not on the title?
Who
'Cause
the heck-
Dad's
where
pretty
do you
smart.
come from? Who in,
I am an attorney.
listen, Judy. You and I have been
I come from the
kind
fair
of like that for
labor.
a long time.
I come from the fair labor
Fair
stepping
Labor
on
Relations
union.
Act.
union.
Don't question me about why she's not on my registration. This is a man's thing right here.
What do you think about that, Judy?
I think that
That's a
women should
crock of
stick up
crap.
for their rights.
Well, not when it comes
I
to
believe
airplanes.
in woman's lib. I believe that that airplane, that Cherokee over there, should be in Marilyn's name.
Well, do you think it should be in her name?
Yes, I do.
Oh, well, that's pretty clear.
What a deal.
What do you think, Dad?
About what?
I don't know. The moon.
Well, I think you should take a picture of it for one thing.
Yep, there it is.
Got that?
Yep.
What's the next question?
What was the first one?
I forgot the
That's
first
what I
Planning
thought.
stuff, and David goes,
Well, he knows that
Gary,
nothing's going to
what
take
do you
from it.
think about it all?
I think it's wonderful. What?
What was the question?
What was
The
the...
question was, should that airplane be in her name or my name?
Yeah,
was
that's
that what,
the question.
Was that the question?
Hey, being a 20-year experienced lawyer, I don't get into those family disputes, and I don't think anybody but Perry Mason can resolve this, and therefore.
Well, he's crippled.
Therefore, we'll.
Marilyn's going into the woods.
Mom!
Oh, Marilyn in the woods. That's the new name for
Gonna be another full moon out.
I think this is something you really need to take to family court on TV.
I'm sending this tape
I
in to
don't-
David
I
Letterman.
agree.
Well, it's got to have a dollar value.
Well, no, I think this should be by
Not family
jury.
court. What's the name of that thing?
I absolutely think this should go by jury.
Jury.
Judy.
Well, a fair, you've got to have, because the jury is not made up of all men. It's
Well, you
made
know
up of
something,
half
Judy.
women
Judy,
and
let me
half.
ask you a question.
Judy, I think you made
Let
Dad
me ask you a
a
question.
little pretty
And
mad.
Mostly half
Judy,
wits.
let me ask you a question. Judy, are you ready for this question?
Well, she don't have to
I could
answer
be,
it, but
and
you can
I
ask
may
it.
not be, and I may.
Well,
I
are
may. I
you
may.
or aren't you? And he's got the camera on me. And
This
are
is
you
for the
ready?
record.
This is
Listen.
for the record. Are you ready for this question?
No offense.
Does, in fact, heretofore,
Whereas,
to wit,
whereas,
Marilyn D. Miller, wife of Dallas S.
The
Miller,
pilot.
and may I ask what the S stands for?
And the question is.
What's
and
the
the
question?
question is,
the pilot of this aircraft, does Marilyn D. Miller
Get her name on deregistration of
let me see,
Duplain.
what is she? She's the, well, what is she?
Well, you gotta ask the
Anyway,
Pope.
does she know how to fly this airplane?
Yeah.
Dallas,
Does she
may
know-
I ask you a question?
For the
Does she know
record.
how to maintain this airplane?
Dallas, may I ask you?
Does
What-
she even like
What would
this
she use the
airplane?
airplane
Does she
for?
have anything, does she want to do?
What do you think, Mom? What's the answer to that one?
David,
That's all very dubious.
Dubious.
David,
That's what I
Glad to
thought.
answer
I'm
this
not going
question.
through all this just for my health. Does she want
Well, I
anything to
better
do
believe
with this
that.
airplane?
May I ask you a question?
Well, you answer mine.
I am.
What is the answer to that question?
My answer is, and listen carefully.
Shut up, Tony.
Have you let her fly?
Yes, I have.
Does she fly?
She gets sick.
Does she fly?
A comment
I
from
think
the
she's
audience.
flying right now, if you ask me.
Oh, what
Can
do
she land that airplane?
you know something?
I asked you that, Dallas.
Crash
I really
land.
sincerely asked you that.
We're getting serious here.
Yes, we're getting serious. Serious
Do
question.
you think she can land an airplane?
I'm turning this thing off
Do
then.
you? Marilyn
Would you
Miller?
like to ask me if I could land?
No, I would like to get the subject matter here
Resolved.
This is where the most band brawls get started.
Marilyn Miller. Marilyn Miller.
Marilyn, do you think you could answer this question?
Marilyn
for
Miller.
us?
Marilyn Miller. Come
Hey.
here, please. Marilyn Miller is now
Hurry up,
approaching.
step up.
Do you need a union representative?
Okay.
Because we have one.
Oh,
Would the
dear.
cameraman
No,
please
Oh, dear.
put the camera on Marilyn Miller? Marilyn Miller, Judy has a question. Your sister, I might add.
Well, let her ask
which
the
is-
question.
Which is very prejudiced to begin with. Ask the question.
Marilyn, don't you think you can fly?
I have flown on many occasions.
I think she's flying now.
Now, would you like to ask her if she's flown in an airplane? You know, I mean, let's get
Marilyn,
down
let
to
me,
the
let
subject.
me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question, Marilyn. Have you flown in an airplane?
I have on many occasions.
Okay, let me ask you.
You've-
I'm
she
still,
answered that
I'm
question?
still on this. Has she handled the
That's the truth.
controls of the airplane and flown the airplane?
Evidently.
And has she landed the airplane? That's all I want to know.
I'm so glad you asked. I'm really
I'm
glad you
glad
asked.
that you
I bet you've got an
asked her the
answer.
It's
question
about
I
time
asked
you asked that question.
Yes.
And
Ask
now,
her the
Marilyn, to
question I asked
answer
her.
your question,
Right.
Dallas, Marilyn, let me ask you this question.
Right, I wish you would.
Have you or have you not landed an aircraft?
I have on many occasions.
And may I say, and maybe I rest my case?
No, you may not.
I've rested my
May,
case.
will you put the camera on me,
Whereas I have rested my case.
please? Judy, would you please ask her if she has ever in her lifetime landed that particular airplane?
Marilyn, as I see it,
No.
Now, wait a
That
minute.
is
You
what I-
asked me a question, Dallas, to ask Marilyn, and this is what I'm going to do for you. Marilyn,
That's her name.
Dallas has implied that you have not landed that airplane. Let me ask you this question. Has he allowed you to land that airplane?
I have on many occasions.
And let me tell you, Dallas, evidently, your facts are not correct.
Okay.
FAA would love to know about
Let me
this.
ask you this
I got a
question.
question for you.
No, I want you to ask her this question. You ask her, And we haven't put
What's the
Marilyn
original
Diane
question?
Miller under
I don't-
oath,
But I have
but
on
would
many
you ask
occasions.
her if she really, in fact, is telling you the truth? As she, in fact,
Many occasions.
This is getting really boring.
I know it is, landed
Where's
that
Tiny?
particular airplane.
Well, let me tell you,
Here,
David.
Tiny. Come here.
If this is
Mom.
getting so
Come on.
boring, let's ask this
watch.
your dad the one last question of the night.
1, 2,
Boy, this is the
What?
one I really.
1, 2, 1. More.
And I'm
This
going
is
to
the one
look
I'm
point
really afraid.
blank at the camera
Well, it's looking point
because
blank
I
at you.
sincerely mean this question.
Do you even know what it is yet?
Yes, I do. Did your dad fly underneath the Narrows Bridge? And did he or did he not
Get out of the light.
get caught by the FAA? Answer me.
Well, I can answer that. That's a two-part question.
That's real funny.
And if you want an answer, I can answer that in two parts.
Does he or does he?
Does
she not have meekum lips?
Yeah, making lips.
You don't
No,
want
he's
to.
not-
No, he's not filming
he's
anymore.
gone
We
off
don't
someplace
care
else.
anymore.
I want to know what the original question was, being the
Do you know?
Yeah, but the
Something
question
about the
is,
What the hell was the original
did he
question?
fly under the Narrows Bridge
No, no,
successfully?
The real.
That is a
Original
good
question.
question.
That's
Yes.
the only
Yes, he
relevant
did.
question.
Yes,
Number
he
one,
did. That was a good
I
question.
did fly
That
under
was
the
a good
Narrows
point.
Bridge successfully.
That
What
was a
the
good
second
point.
part of that? That is a two-part
Did he
question.
get
that the
caught?
first-
That was the second question.
No,
Yes,
you
he
didn't
got
say
caught.
that.
Well, I meant it.
You said, did I get caught by the F? What?
Federal,
Federal-
Aviation something or other.
You know what?
And I did not.
What's the other A stand for?
Administration.
caught.
Asshole. Assholes of America.
That's AAM, isn't it? Oh,
Federal assholes
Assholes
of
of
America.
America. And I did not get caught by that.
Maryland, he has got everybody talking dirty. Well, that ends that.
Don't look at me, David. I'm just.
Well, what do you
Here.
think about that, Gary?
I think they're all a bunch of assholes.
Oh, Mom, are you gonna say it?
Mom,
Shocked.
You do it frequently, right?
what happened to
What, asshole?
Is that what you said?
Go to bed.
Well, no,
No.
Daryl's in there
I did.
He's fixing camera.
taping or putting onto my tape what we did this afternoon with Garrett doing the beer commercials.
Did you see our house from there?
Anyway, David.
I did already. Yeah, I got the moon. There it is.
Okay.
Alright.
David, let me just say one thing.
Let me do the.
I don't care what else you got, but as long as you got the moon coming up over my airplane.
I mean, I've been down here for nothing.
Well, if you're talking to Judy, it's
Well, if
for
you're
nothing.
still out here when the moon's right up there, I'll
You
take
know
a
what,
picture of
Miss
you.
Dallas, you know what all this is right
I think,
here?